Have you ever been really excited about an opportunity? And then you go and you look at the job description, you read through it and you go, oh man, I'm not qualified. The truth is, you're probably more likely to be qualified than you think. In today's video, I'm going to give you 4 things that you can ignore in a job description every single time you see them so that you can move forward and get that job you want. Let's go. Now, the first thing I want you to ignore is years experience. Okay, so if you're looking at a job description and you look there and you have 5 years experience and it says 7 and you go, oh man, well, I'm not going to apply. I want you to wipe that thought from your head. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to a hiring manager and we're talking about a role and I go, how many years experience do you want this person to have? And they go, 7 years experience. And I go, okay, cool. So if I send you someone with 4 years experience, but it's incredibly relevant and they've made a really big impact in the roles, you don't want to see their resume. And they go, well, no, Ben, of course I'd want to see that person. Sometimes those numbers are way more arbitrary than you might think. Those are not set in stone. If you see a number, you have less than that, and you are qualified in every other respect. I want you to ignore that, and I want you to apply to a role, because I am telling you, it may not be the thing that's holding it back. It might be the way you view it, not the number itself. Now, the next thing I want you to ignore is some of the job responsibilities. So when you read the job description and you're looking down and this person is responsible for A, B, C, D, E, and they're going through and they letter them, number them, bullet them, whatever, the things towards the very bottom. Now, typically the responsibilities, the qualifications, they are all done in order of importance. So the most important things are up at the top. So as you're looking at the must-haves for this role or the ideal candidate for this role will have blank, and you're looking and there's like 10 and you have the first 5, 6, but maybe you don't have the last one or the second to last one, I want you to ignore that. Those are done in order of importance. They often just add on extra things that are actually like nice to haves and they're not must haves. So when you look at the job description and you look at the skills this person must have, the background, the experience, the industry, and the stuff at the top, yes, that is important. But the lower you go, the less important it is. If you don't match all those things, especially ones towards the bottom, I want you to ignore that and go ahead and apply for the role if you're interested in it. Now, the next thing I want you to ignore is salary, like salary differences, specifically when it's small. Now, if it's a massive delta, then yeah, you probably shouldn't ignore that. But if you're looking at a job description and you're looking at it and the salary range they give you, the top of it is where you're currently at now. Part of you inevitably is going to look at that and go, well, that's what I'm making now. I don't want to make a lateral move. I only want to move if I can make more money, which is fair. It is reasonable. There is always a risk associated with making a career move. So you wanting an increase in salary to offset that risk, as well as just general career progression and a salary commensurate with your increased responsibility, that is all fair. But I want you to ignore it on the job description and I want you to hit apply. Because if you are a great candidate and you get in there and it comes time to negotiate, they can go above that. In many cases, that last highest salary they can do isn't as high as they can go. I've seen time and time again, hiring managers, HR, recruiters actually be able to go way above that number. And if there's like a specific range for the position, I have actually seen it where they go, oh, well, this role was posted as a quality engineer, but our senior quality engineer has a different salary band. You've got a lot of experience. We really think you're a great candidate. We're going to change this to senior quality and we're going to offer you at that. So not only can they go above that, but there's the potential that certain organizations might be able to slightly change the role, the responsibility, and the title to meet your salary demands. So if you're looking at a job and the sole reason you don't want to apply to it is because there is a small, there's only a small increase in salary or no increase, or maybe the range is even slightly below what you're making now, I wouldn't let that hold you back. There's nothing wrong with trying, getting in there and negotiating, and potentially getting a much better salary than they thought. And if not, you can always walk away. Now, the last thing I want you to ignore is nice to haves. At the bottom sometimes of a job description, or maybe you'll see it says the must haves and then the nice to haves. And I've actually had candidates say to me, well, Ben, I was looking at the job description and I have the must haves, but I looked at the nice to haves and they require this. I don't have it. They're probably going to go with a candidate who is more closely aligned. So I'm not even going to apply. If you're thinking that, or if you've ever thought that, I'd like you to do me a favor and never think that thought again. Those are nice to haves. So they are there purely as man, you don't have to have this, but if you came to the table with this, that would be amazing. But you don't have to have that. And if that's the thing that's keeping you from applying to a job, I want you to ignore that thought and apply anyways. I can't tell you how many times I've placed a candidate with a client of mine who didn't have a single of the nice to haves, but had the must haves, and they've been absolutely thrilled with the hire. If you see that in a role and you want the job and that's what's keeping you from applying, ignore it, apply, and go get that job. Thank you for watching. That's everything in the video today. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button for 3 free weekly videos, all designed to help you. If you are not new, thank you for watching. I hope you are doing amazing. Hit that like button to tell YouTube that I don't suck. And if you have any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section. If you have a question, I will address it. And sometimes I even make a video about it. And if you have a comment, I always respond. Good luck in your next interview. You got this.